Okay, so before this video, I want to clarify that it is coincidence that I'm making 2 LEGO videos in a row. There's just been a lot of LEGO stuff recently, and I'm trying to get back into LEGO, because, I don't know. So yeah, and it's not like my favorite franchise or anything, but I had the time, so I rebuilt most of my old LEGO sets. So, I'm basically going to show how to rebuild a LEGO set if you've got pieces in like a box. Then this will be how to rebuild it without like going piece for piece and taking hours and hours to rebuild a small set like an A-Wing. So here we go. The first that I rebuilt was the A-Wing, and basically it came with Han Solo, Admiral Ackbar, and the A-Wing pilot, but I just made the A-Wing pilot and Han Solo because I couldn't find Admiral Ackbar's head. Minifigures don't really matter unless they're like one of your favorite characters, then you can search for it. So, first off I'm explaining, and then I'm going to show all the sets I rebuilt. So basically, on screen I will have shown an A-Wing, the real A-Wing, and then this is how I rebuilt it. It's not perfect, it doesn't have any stickers, but if you don't want to buy new LEGO sets and you had all LEGO sets but they're in a box because you broke all of them, then this is how you do it. And so this took me about 2 hours to build, probably. Yeah, so I did recently get 2 new LEGO sets. Lego sets are cool, right? So I was like, they announced Lego Mario, and I was like, oh, I should get a Lego set because that looks cool. I explained all this in my Lego Mario video. I'm gonna check out Legos again so that I can see if I'll be interested in Nintendo's new Legos. Well, I'm not interested in Lego Mario Starter Pack, which is why I rebuilt the whole thing. You can see a video on that. So I got 2 small new Lego sets. One of them was the Duel Mustafar, and here's the instructions. So basically, first you look at the picture and you see what main sections. So I'm gonna see here and I'm gonna see there's the pull, this main section, and this main section. Now, for this set specifically, I actually did add some high ground over here. But other than that, yeah. So, but this is actually a set I owned. And then I do have one other actual Lego set that is just built. But other than that, I had to rebuild all my old sets, and then there were 2 sets that I could not rebuild because they were too big and too many pieces, and it was hard to find all the pieces in the box. That is Emperor Palpatine's shuttle and the Lego City Police Station. Now, I did still have another Lego set, but other than that, all mine were broke. So I went back and fixed them. So this is how I did it. So first, I showed you already, look on the cover. And then I looked up instructions online for the 8. So here, you see the minifigures you need? Okay. You can look for those as you're looking through the box because you'll be looking for big pieces. Look at the structure and just kind of flip through and see what you're going to be needing to do. And then you see the first main east. So this was the area, the first area I pointed out. So you see how that's built, and you go through and you look for pieces for that. Now with this, it's not the best example because it's more of a structure. So those are harder to kind of fake than like something like an A-Wing. But you basically look for like pieces that kind of match that. Try to find the actual pieces, but if you can't, look for matches like this and this and this. And yeah, and you look at the next structure and you just do that over and over. Then you've got rough structure. And then you add some details, and that's basically it. So the A-Wing, this is the A-Wing, and I think it turned out okay. It's not as good as some of the other sets I rebuilt, but yeah. Next up is so just like 5 sets, 6 sets, and I had a couple Ninjago sets, but I only have one that I remember because most of the band that goes next to it. I know you may say, why didn't you just buy the remake that they recently released? And to that I say, I'm not gonna spend money on Legos. I have Nintendo games to buy. So instead, I spent a total of like 3 hours setting up this thing. The wings are pretty janky, the hands don't really work, and I used Hero Factory pieces on the legs, but I did actually own the set, so I did have the head. But it turns out I used a lot of this set's pieces on other remakes, so it was kind of hard. Also, this was the last set I rebuilt, so it was after I built the Lego Mario set, which means I used some of the pieces for this on the Lego Mario set. But the Lego Mario set is different because that's just a simple set I made on my own, so I didn't have to buy the Lego Mario set. Okay, so that's the dragon into the pile. Okay, so next up is a set I actually named Speeder, Dooku's Speeder, and then this whole factory section that I didn't bother to build. So, here's the Geonosian with the snake head because I couldn't find the Geonosian head. Yoda, half-built droid, Dooku. So, I didn't finish this set, but I think what I did do looked pretty well. I think I did good on the speeder bike, and this is a really cool one to display. It goes nicely with this set right here. But again, also, I just think it's actually, the dual sets have all been really cool. Like, I think in recent memory, they've made like 5. I don't know, I don't really keep track of Lego, but except for recently when I've been actually really interested in it. I know they've made Duel on Mustafar and Duel on Starkiller Base. Those are new. And then there's the Geonosis one, which is actually way cooler in reality. I'll show a picture. But all the pieces for that are actually the pieces. So it took a lot longer. And then I think they also made the final duel. I think they remade that from episode 6. And then I think they also had the duel on Naboo, which is my favorite. But again, I'd rather remake old sets than buy new sets. So, yeah. Yeah. So, that's that one. And now this next one is a bit of an interesting one because it's not even my TIE Fighter remade into a Sith TIE Fighter from The Rise of Skywalker. Now, the adaptation of the Sith TIE Fighter, so I'll show on screen the actual set this is used from, and I'll show on screen the Sith TIE Fighter that Lego made. And I think this is a mix of them that actually looks pretty cool. This is my favorite one. The person in there is just... Can I get the light working? I can't. There's a TIE Fighter pilot in there. Okay, and then there's 2 more small sets. So they're just Endor Battle Pack and Old Republic Battle Pack. And so yeah, I did have a couple more Ninjago sets in the past, and I did have the Emperor Palpatine shuttle in Lego City. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and bye.